Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Coaster Spotlight. Have you guys ever wanted to go on a wild studio coaster that takes you through explosions full of animatronics, or an Asian-inspired launch coaster, Asian temples and fiery volcanoes? Or how about go on a Mobius-style dual synchronized racing coaster themed around Gulpee? Well then, today's episode is for you with the PlanCo bundle, so stay tuned and let's check it out. All right, welcome back everybody. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. If you guys are new here, be sure to smash that subscribe button. If you end up enjoying the video, leave us a like and come join us on Discord. We have a dual synchronized coaster contest going on right now. Get in here, share your creations. You have plenty of time. It's gonna run for a couple more months here. And with that said, if you guys enjoy the show and everything that we put together here, please do consider supporting it further so we can do more contests like this in the future and bring you guys more amazing Planet Coaster content. Links are down in the description below. And with that out of the way, let's dive into the first creation of the day. Studio Stunt Coaster created by Matt Yorshin, one of our Discord master builders, and here they say, this coaster was heavily inspired by the Stunt Coaster at a few amusement parks. This coaster takes you off-road and around the old Ware area house. Side group for placement, and this coaster was sponsored by Gulpee, hence the advertisement. Oh really? Looks like we got two Gulpee coasters in this video today. What a coincidence. All right, let's delay no further and jump right on into this, shall we? So I feel like this one's going to be a nighttime ride for us here today. There's a lot of lights, searchlights, you know, explosions and things like that. So let's take a closer look. It's a torque launch coaster, green across the board. There's a closer look at the stats if you want to see them. 5 airtime counts with a total of 3.1. Very cool. Seems like a fun coaster layout. Let's give it a try. Right, there it is. Let's talk about it, shall we? When I was doing the B-roll, I did see a car crash happen here and some people get kind of hit by that, and I didn't get to see that on the actual coaster itself. With that being said, the only thing we really got to experience in terms of like you know, pyrokinetics and all those different things was an explosion right here. I mean, we saw some helicopters moving around, some lights and stuff, but it also felt like the coaster never really got enough speed to do any stunts. Of max speed 46 miles per hour and an average speed of 23. So for me, I kind of expected a little bit more in terms of stunts. Really, there's just this explosion here, but you know, it would have been nice to see a couple near misses from that. Maybe a car flies up and we just go underneath it in time. Here we see a little bit of a fire bursting out, but we stopped the whole coaster just to take a look at that. It wasn't, people were jumping across, something was falling, a car goes flying over, you know, something like that. I just felt like it was lacking the thematical intensity of a stunt coaster. There wasn't a whole lot going on. However, the environments, the, you know, everything that you've got going on here with all the freighters, the cargo crates, the towers, everything, the helicopters, it looks as if it's a stunt show. So it definitely captures that theme, captures that look and the feel. But I would have liked to see some, you know, things falling over, some more explosions. And I would like to actually see, I mean, this is the torque launch coaster. We could have had a couple inversions, a few corkscrews barreling through, some explosions and near misses. Just, I feel, for me, I didn't come off that going, wow, those are some amazing stunts. What a show. And it was just a little bit lacking. However, I think the theming's there, just not the animatronics and triggered events. So yeah, just a little underwhelming for me. What did you guys think? Leave your comments down below, and let's jump on the next coaster of the day. Ailuk, created by Amora, one of our Discord advanced builders and Ruby patrons. Thank you so much for the tremendous support, Amora. And here she says, heyo, so you challenged me to do this coaster, and I'm pleased to present my first ever Ailuk, meaning bring together in Marshallese. It is a tribute to the Tiki Tiki tribe, Farana, Shea Turner, Web Searcher, Zay4, and Thunderbud. With a modern theme on this coaster, you will go through the USS Arizona Memorial, Lost Garden, over the Akaka Falls, and skim over the rainforest before zipping into the Japanese gardens of Maui, to finally ascend to a volcano I call Kahuna, Ani Ive, a play on your name. I hope you find it enjoyable. Mahalo. Okay, very cool. So let's take a closer look at this coaster, shall we? So here we go, everybody. We have a launched vector, green across the board, track length 1,000 meters, 4 inversions, 2 airtime counts. Pretty cool stuff. A little bit high on the max vertical G's, but that's okay. Let's give it a go. All right, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's take a quick peek at it at night, because we do have these fiery effects and stuff. Okay, not a whole lot of lighting going on here. Switch it back to day. I thought the coaster design was fun. It was very chill, whimsical, and very light. I thought it was fun. Now, I kind of want to focus on the scenery, because that's what your focus was. You said you wanted to dedicate this to the Tiki Triki tribe, the moderators and stuff. Now, when I first placed down this blueprint, I was kind of like, is this an Asian theme? Is this Tiki Chiki? Because I did recognize the colors. This track feels very Tiki Chiki with the purples, yellows, oranges. So immediately I thought, okay, it's a bit of a mix between Asian and Tiki Chiki, but I don't feel like it's one or the other. So we have this kind of Asian temple here, and then the rest of the coaster, you know, you have this rainforest and these trees, you have the volcano, and that stuff does scream Tiki Chiki to me. So for me, maybe the Asian stuff is off-putting and the rest works. So it's a bit of a mishmash. Now, in terms of paying tributes to the Tiki Chiki tribe, I saw this character and I thought, oh, I wonder if that's one of the, you know, it would have been really cool to try to dress up, you know, 5 of these, one for each of the moderators. We have 5 moderators, right? Farana, Shea Turner, Web Searcher, Zay4, and Thunderbud. Yeah, try to copy one of their characters and have maybe a memorial or, you know, something for them. Maybe right front and center on the boarding station even here. Maybe something to do with Tiki himself. You know, there's a lot of really cool Tiki Chiki models on the workshop. And with that said, you know, you could download a couple and add them to your coaster. You still have another 1,600 pieces there. Maybe some buckets of chicken, some Tiki houses, something like that. Just push that Tiki Chiki vibe a little bit more. Some little chickens, I don't know. But I really think the statues could have been a fun idea. But the overall coaster layout's fun. I do like the theming. It does give you that rainforest Tiki tribe feel with the waterfalls and volcanoes. I I just feel like maybe it needs to be a little bit more verticality, like a taller mountain, a taller waterfall. Just get us in there a little bit more. It feels like we're kind of just above it all rather than immersed inside of it. The only time we really got in there was when we went through this temple for a brief second here, and that's kind of where we're low going through the scenery. I feel like the scenery overall is too short, and I could have used a little bit of height and depth to it. But that's my thoughts. What did you guys think? Leave your comments down for Mora, and let's check out the next creation of the day. Gulpee Test Track Raceway, created by Chapsol, one of our Discord master builders and silver patrons. Thank you so much for your support. And here they say, hey, oh Johnny, I noticed you didn't have too many PlanCo themed coasters yet, so I decided to submit this one after all. The Gulpee TT Raceway is a dueling race coaster made by with the motorbike coaster. Take on your opponents and get to the finish first. Keep up the good work, Chapsol. Well, thank you very much, Chapsol. Let's take a closer look at this Mobius style dueling coaster, shall we? So here we go, everybody. We are at the Gulpee Raceway. Now, this is one of the interesting ones where it is one coaster, but it's still synchronized. So it takes a play. We featured lots of these in the past. We did like the Pizza Raceway. I did the Chief Beef. Lauren did the Cosmic Cow. I'm pretty sure there was some other ones in there. Sorry if I'm forgetting. Oh, I think it was Synchros who did the Tiki Chiki one. And I'm sure there was more, but we've pretty much almost covered a raceway for each one of the mascots in the game. Oh, there was a Princess Emily one too, I think. These ones are so much fun, I gotta say. Yeah, there's so many good themes that you could do. I think we did a Pip Shop one as well. Yeah, we did. So almost all of the mascots have been covered. I mean, what else could you do at this point? Let's take a quick gander here. There's a lot of the new ones, like the churros, the chow mein, the burritos. You know, there's some of those. I don't know how fun they would be to do it because they don't have a lot of personality. Maybe they could. I don't think we've done a hot dog squad one yet. Someone's got to do the hot dog squad racing coasters. Hats Fantastic could be fun. Missy Goods. I think there was a Missy Goods dueling coaster, although I didn't get to feature it. It felt a little incomplete. We definitely did the Pizza Pen, definitely did Pip Shop. Street Fox Coffee, well, actually Riddler did that. He was one of the originals that created this style coaster, and it was a Street Fox Coffee, won the top 10 coasters. I think it was the very first ever top 10 coasters. So that one was the first one that started the whole thing. So it looks like we pretty much have covered them all, although I have not gotten to feature a Missy Goods one and a Hot Dog Squad. So there's still a couple, but then there's all these new ones like Dune Delights and those sorts of things. Churros, those could be made. I think a chow mein could be a really fun one with all the intertwining noodles. Anyways, enough ranting out of me. This looks absolutely amazing. Let's take a closer look at the stats. So you got a launched motorbike Gixxer with pretty good stats here. They are racing coasters. They go up to 55 miles an hour. A little high on the lateral G-forces, but that's quite okay. But here they are. They're pulled up to the station, and I have to kind of figure out which one we go on. So this one goes into the station. So this is technically the first ride, but this one's waiting, and it's already on its second lap. So I'll show how this works a little bit more after we're done. We're gonna get on this one, and when we pull in for the second lap, I think we'll switch it to night. So let's give it a go. I freaking love it. let's talk about it. The nighttime lighting, by the way, is amazing. This obviously takes a play on the Gulpee soda, which is the orange soda drink. We got the blues and the oranges. We have the soda pops everywhere. I mean, this is the energy side, which is a little bit misleading, but in terms of lighting, to me, it says Gulpee soda. We have a big giant orange soda on the side. I love that. I think the only thing it's really missing is a Gulpee himself. You could steal one from my workshop. I have a low part count Gulpee. It's only a couple hundred pieces. But what is your part count on this? Okay, you pretty much don't have any space for it anyways. But no, it's a beautiful raceway. It represents Gulpee just perfectly. And what I think you did differently on this one that I hadn't seen yet is as we're going through to the station, it says pit stop, and we go in here and it actually looks like a pit stop. I love that. You even have the lights like, okay, we're refueling, we're doing maintenance, and then these ones are going to light up as you go out to do your first lap. So the way these works, you guys, the timing is quite tricky to get down. I did a tutorial on my channel. If you search like Chief Beef Raceway, I'm sure you'll get it, or dual synchronized coaster. You'll find a tutorial on how I set this up. It's pretty tricky to get down, but because it is one continuous circuit, you have to have 3 coasters running on it at all times, because this one is pulling out while this one is unloading and loading new guests. So while this one is preparing the guests, these two are racing around. By the time this one does its first lap, it's actually going to pull in here, where this one has now pulled out and is waiting here, while this one has just pulled into, or no, sorry, this one's pulling into the second lap, and this one is pulling back in to unload and reload. So basically you have 2 racing at all times while another one is prepping new guests, and you get to do 2 laps. So one of them wins the race on one of the 2 laps, and then it loses on the other lap. So yeah, for me, the only feedback that I would really give, because this thing is actually pretty darn awesome, I feel like the sound effects were missing. When we get to the finish line, I didn't quite get to see the finish line. I would have brought this track up higher because it's obscuring the finish line itself. And then as we get there, you should have some sparklers and things going around the sides, like fireworks or something like that. And we hear that like an air horn and go off when we hit that finish line, you know, some sort of sound effect. Same with the entrance here, or the starting line. Dee, 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 dee. You know, some basic sound effects for me would have been nice, but you have all the billboards, the Gulpee, and you know, the ads playing. It felt very Gulpee. You nailed the theme. Like I said, I probably would have liked to see a Gulpee somewhere, maybe like sitting right here, or even at the starting line. The way I did it on my setup, I had a spot where you put a path floating in the air, and I put the Chief Beef on top, the mascot. So he's kind of like the flag waver, and he's like, go, and he's standing up there. So that could work if you did put a little spot there and a Gulpee on top. Oh, you have one here. Okay, perfect. So we have a Gulpee there. So he's watching out on the stands. That's really great. I love that. And it looks like you have the pathing so that the guests will actually come up here. So if we were to actually properly set this up, the guests would be walking back and forth through the stands. I really like the way you've done that. It's integrated really well into the front of the station. Honestly, a superb job. I like this much more than the Chief Beef Raceway I made 2 years ago, especially with what you did with the stands and the pit stop. So hats off to you, Chapsol. I really love this. Well, definitely a top tier raceway representing the PlanCo theme. I still would like to see one for the Hot Dog Squad. I would still like to see one for the Missy Goods. And if you guys can come up with any new ones for some of the newer rides or newer shops in the game, that would be absolutely amazing. We haven't seen like a Mexalente or anything like that. So keep these coming. I love featuring them. They get an immediate feature from me if they're done well. And I love them. They're great. What did you guys think? Leave your comments down below, and that's gonna do it for me here today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for more daily Planet Coaster content. If you'd like to support the show, check out our Patreon page. And thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.